Romelu Lukaku wants to go to Roma now. Not Inter Milan, not Juventus, not stay at Chelsea. Romelu Lukaku wants to work with Jose Mourinho again and a move to Roma. The man literally is the most indecisive individual I've ever met in my life. Andrey Santos is not staying at Chelsea. He's getting a loan move to Nottingham Forest. We will tell you why that has transpired, who transpired it, and more importantly, does this mean we're getting Brendan Johnson? Because if it does, trust me, I'm going to be moaning. And finally, Mr. Trevor Chalobah. His old employer, Mr. Thomas Tuchel, is asking for him at Bayern Munich, and we're going to look into the ways that this move could happen, and more importantly, how it can happen. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and today's video is a jam-packed one. I say this on a regular basis because with Chelsea, there's no such thing as a normal day. Even so, I'm doing a double upload today. The first, the transfer news for Chelsea Football Club, and finally, at the end of the day, we'll review the game against Luton. We need to get a W, so make sure you're there. Finally, let's get the admin out the way. Number one, I've got a new thumbnail. How you lot are feeling this new thumbnail, the new color scheme? Is it something that you lot like? Let me know. I want to start putting my mug in there as well from now on, like so you guys know it's me, get that branding going so you don't have to look for my content and my content finds you. And one way you guys can do that is by hitting the like button to share the content and the algorithm knows that you want to watch me. And finally, subscribe. Subscriptions are the best ways for you lot to know that I am delivering content. Some of you even hit the bell notification. You lot are just stars, innit? You're my favorites. Because straight away, you get a little message and it takes you. So now, I want to say thank you for the support and let's move on with the video. Big Romelu Lukaku. Mr. Romelu Lukaku is arguably one of the enigmas of world football. And I mean this in the nicest possible way because he's not talented. He does not have the talent to revert so much attention that he gets. The skill set this man has is very good. He's actually arguably a very great player. Like, you won't even say very good, you'll say very great. The ego on this man, you would think he's R9. Like, the man is so indecisive. The man is obsessed with being one of the bottle instead of just the bottle. Like, in his head, he is going to be the face of the team. And if he's not the franchise player, he's throwing his toys out of the pram. This has got beyond ridiculous. Let me explain to you the timeline of Romelu Lukaku at Chelsea. He's at Inter Milan. In his head, I've got a point to prove. I'm going to go back to Chelsea. I'm going to go back to Chelsea for one reason. I'm going to prove to everybody I'm as good as R9. I'm as good as Lewandowski. I'm as good as Benzema. He even had that quote where he said he doesn't get the respect. Well, there's a reason you don't get the respect that Benzema, Lewandowski, Ronaldo were getting at the time. You weren't as good as them. You can stat pad all you want with 24 league goals. Yes, 9 of them were like penalties. Let's stop this nonsense, okay? Then he came to Chelsea and within 3 months he realized, hold on, this is a lot harder than Serie A. I'm no longer playing against retired footballers at the back. I'm no longer playing against a 37-year-old, a 36-year-old, and a 35-year-old in the back three with about 40 yards of pace to run in behind and just muscle them out the way. Oh, I actually have to play against proper athletes in the prime of their career? Yeah, this isn't for me. Let me do an interview and get my way out. The club plotting. He gets to Inter Milan. Has an average season, horrible World Cup, some would even say. Gets back, reignites some form. Inter Milan say, you know what, Rom? We believe in you. We trust you. You are our king. We're going to bring you back. Don't worry. We're going to make the deal happen. The night of the Champions League final, Romelu Lukaku is negotiating with Juventus. The night of the Champions League final, this man's negotiating with Juventus. Juventus then say, okay, we'll try get him. The Ultras are absolutely against this. They don't like him. He doesn't like them. The deal doesn't happen because Chelsea don't want to pay additional funds for Vlahovic. And now, he just said, you know what? I don't want Juventus anymore. I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. I'm going to Roma. Send me to Roma. And this is where it brings us in our story. Matt Law now is saying that Romelu Lukaku does not want to join Juventus anymore. Now he wants to go to Roma. And the reason he wants to go to Roma is because Jose Mourinho convinced him. And these are the two ways that Roma can do the deal. Roma can't pay for Romelu Lukaku, but they will accept his full wages, the £350,000 a week. They will hold that. They will say, give him to us. But Chelsea said, listen, there are two ways he goes. Number one, you loan him with the wages, but we stick a little obligation. You have to buy him next year, which for me is my preferred option. Number two, the Joao Felix treatment. I call it the Joao Felix treatment. You get him on loan, You give us a fee. You pay us a nice fee, £10 million, £15 million to loan him for the year. And you pay his wages. And here is the issue. I don't think Roma are going to do that. And I don't think they want the obligation. I think Roma genuinely just want him on loan, see whether he's good or not, and then maybe decide next year when another year runs off his contract. So now I'm worried. I don't know what's going to happen, but Romelu Lukaku is a player that is absolutely controversial beyond compare. One day, I would love for him to sit over here, we'll put the camera over there, and I'll be like, Romelu, talk to me, bro. And we'll get into a nice heated discussion. And I promise you, I'd ask the difficult questions. I wouldn't be sitting on the fence. I'd ask, what the hell is going on in that brain of yours? You're a smart, intelligent man. You speak 7 languages. You can't be stupid and speak 7 languages. So why are your decisions very stupid? Like, why are you like Junior from My Wife and Kids? Why is your decision making never correlated? I don't know, guys. It's a bit silly. It's stupid. But let me know. The Andrey Santos story is a very interesting one, right? Because this is a player that came into the club, shone in pre-season. All of us got excited, and all of a sudden he's going out on loan. I don't think this is something that we should be shocked by, though. Because realistically speaking, Andrey Santos has played for Vasco da Gama at Serie A in Brazil. He did okay. I think the team wasn't the greatest. They were mid-table to bottom half. He was regularly playing low, and that's very important at his age. And what was very interesting to see is when he came in, he fit in like a glove. Good, comfortable in possession, physicality was there, but we don't know what he'd be like at the Premier League pace. We don't know what he's like in training. So now we're going to see. Brendan Johnson to Chelsea has been linked, and there have been discussions that potentially, and this is the key, potentially Chelsea could send Andrey Santos back. And I was like, nope, no. But now Santos is gone. So are we getting Brendan Johnson? The reports from Nottingham and sources close to the club and the Times are saying that this deal has no implication on Brendan Johnson. So all of you can calm down. This is not a sweetener. Andrey Santos is just going out on loan to, in my opinion, develop himself. He had 6 loans on the table. He had Benfica, he had Porto, and he had other clubs around England and Europe wanting him. At one point, he was saying Barcelona was interested. I said, under no circumstances am I selling this kid to Portugal, where he's going to be speaking his native tongue of Portuguese, where he could get comfortable, and then Porto and Benfica can go into his ear. Why don't you stay? No chance. Barcelona? Heck no. You're not going there. You play regular football, then you start to demand transfers? No thank you. You're going to Nottingham. It's raining there, it's cold there, bunch of people that is in a city that is a big city, but nowhere near as large as London. So you can acclimatize to England, the English weather, the English food, have some fish and chips, enjoy yourselves, try a Yorkshire pudding, it's very delicious. Avoid the Scotch bonnet or what's it called, the egg. The egg with the thing on the side. I've never even had one and I lived in England for 20 years. I don't like that thing. Avoid it. But the reality is, he needs to get comfortable to England. Come back next year, we'll see where you are, we'll reenact it, and everything will be cool. The problem here is he going to play or is he going to sit on the bench? If he's going to play, I've got no issue whatsoever. I've got no issue. 30 games in the Premier League for him, toughen him up, get him up to the pace of English football. Nottingham Forest play a similar style to Chelsea, in my opinion. They've got a striker that's very direct. They've got a lovely number 10 in Morgan Gibbs-White. They've got 2 wingers that want to attack at full throttle. They've got Aurier on the right that's providing support. The left back tucks in. They get 3 at the back. It's a team that works. It works, and for me, it's exciting to see him on a regular basis develop himself. But this only stays as long as he plays. The final one's Mr. Tommy Tuchel. Tuchel has been getting rejected left, right, and centre also. And Tuchel now is going to what he knows, right? He finally got himself Harry Kane, but he really wanted a lot of players this year, and he really missed out on a lot. Now Benjamin Pavard's leaving, it looks like he wants to bring in Trevor Chalobah to become Bayern Munich right centre-back. And this is going to be very interesting because the reports in Germany, with Sky Germany, are reporting that Trevor is interested. Tuchel wants this to happen. There have been discussions within the club. The problem will be the fee. We know that Chelsea won around 25 million euros for Trevor Chalobah. I think that is criminally low. Like, for me, that is ridiculously low, purely based on the fact that in this current market, you sold Mason Mount for 55 million. You sold Kai Havertz for 65 million. But why on earth are we only asking for 20 million euros for Trevor Chalobah? Ruben Loftus-Cheek went for 16. Christian Pulisic went for 19. You don't think Trevor Chalobah is better than those two as his position? Based on what we've seen at first team level, he's more consistent. Based on what we've seen, he's more productive. Based on what we've seen, he's more versatile. Maybe sell him for a decent fee. But Bayern are refusing to pay that fee, and we will see how the story develops. But at this moment in time, it's very exciting to see how this develops in the long run and what's going to happen. But it's nice that Tuchel still loves Chelsea, bro. He's proper Chelsea. The man is out here trying to buy any Chelsea player that's on the market. He's like, you know what, Trevor, you always have a home with me, geezer. You can always come here. Don't worry about it. Mason Mount, yeah, more than welcome here. Mason said no. Oh, Declan Rice, young Chelsea boy that used to play for us. Come. Even though I never managed you, come. But it's just one of those things, guys. We've got a lot to be positive about. Hopefully tonight we're going to be a partying because we pick up our first 3 points. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know once again in the comments below your thoughts on the new thumbnail and if you like it. Peace out, I'm out. Bye.